Hello dear friends, welcome to another video of the Never Do Through the GUI what you can do through the CLI channel. I am Vangelis and today we will be talking about unsaferust.org and thoughts on the unsafe Rust subject. So before we continue with the actual video, I wanted just to say that I haven't uploaded the video for some time now because I was quite occupied with work. I had to do some extra work for some client, let's say, and that of course did not provide enough time for me to create some videos, some content. Plus there are other things going on right now, like the NBA finals for all of you that are interested in basketball and in NBA especially. So I had little to no time, but now I'm quite more relaxed, so I'm coming back with my, let's say, videos. And having said that, let's get into this video and the unsaferust.org. So this is unsaferust.org. This is one of the projects that I was working on currently, and that was depriving me of my free time. But I created this a website, which in essence, what it does is it tracks the unsafe keyword, the unsafe usage within various Rust crates. So if you visit it, you will see all the crates here. Plus I have added here a diagram, as you can see. If I remove the dark reader, you can see here all the unsafe lines in a lines diagram for ease of usage. And yeah, this is the site very quickly, and the meaning of this site, of course, is to give a reference about the unsafe keyword usage within a specific project. Now, as we know, this subject, this unsafe Rust subject, may be a little controversial, and as I say here in my front page, as I'm saying here, I am in no way trying to bash on crates that make heavy use of unsafe code. Neither do I intend to provoke flame wars, etc., etc. So what I'm trying to do or to say is that I do not feel that a project that uses the unsafe word keyword is unsafe itself, but as we know, it could be potentially unsafe. So in my mind, at least, I think that not using unsafe is better than using unsafe. So this is one of my thoughts. And while creating this site, I also thought about the Cargo Geiger project, in case you don't know it. This is another tool. This is the Cargo Geiger project, which is another tool that tracks unsafe Rust usage. But the difference is that this does it on your command line, and it's not available through the web like the website I created. And one of my thoughts was to incorporate also the Cargo Geiger output and display it on my website, which is a thought that yeah, I still have this thought and I may implement it sometime in the future. But while going back and forth with the guys here in Cargo Geiger about this subject, we had some discussion, and this guy chipped in the discussion, which is the creator of a website that lists all the crates. And we asked him if we think it's better to have this information on his site so that everything exists in a single place. But this was his response, and he says that I think information provided by Cargo Geiger is misinterpreted by most people to mean more than it possibly can, resulting in needless doubt about good crates and a false sense of security about malicious crates. Therefore, I'm afraid it's a disservice to promote this information. The problem is that Geiger looks at unsafe blocks but not at injection of non-safe code in general, which can be done using several other language features as well as soundness bugs in the compiler. Catching all these cases is very difficult, and Rust is just not prepared to give such guarantees. Unfortunately, without this, it's only a false sense of security. Malware may even intentionally inject unsafe code using one of the other loopholes to get a misleading all safe badge from Cargo Geiger, so an attempt to show at least something can be worse than anything. So, in essence, what he is saying is that the information provided by Cargo Geiger, or by just listing the unsafe keyword usages, does not guarantee us to decide on whether one project is safe or unsafe, because there are other ways that you can make a crate unsafe. So I talked to this guy a little more, and he also has some information here which I have open here, and all these things I will have these links in the description of the video. And as he describes, all these things are potential loopholes for creating unsafe, let's say, code. And he expands on this a little bit. Another thing that made me a huge impression on me was this link he has here in the inject word. And if you follow the link, you will come here to this crate which is called Plutonium. And it says that this crate helps you make your program less safe, and it has some examples as you can see here. And this is a very nice example where he's calling this transmute method, which is very unsafe, but through this crate you cannot detect this. So if you search for the unsafe keyword in a crate that uses Plutonium or possibly other crates, you will see no unsafe usage, but still the program is unsafe, because if we check this transmute here in the standard library, it says that transmute is incredibly unsafe. There are a vast number of ways to cause undefined behavior with this function. Transmute should be the absolute last resort. But as you can see, if you use Plutonium, you can mark this as safe, and it will not be detected by just searching for the unsafe keyword. So the essence is that there are various ways to make a Rust program unsafe, and unfortunately just checking for the unsafe keyword or the information that Cargo Geiger provides is not the solution. As I said, I will have the links in the description for you that want to go deeper into the subject and read about what he's explaining here. But this was a little disheartening to me, let's say, because I was not aware of this information myself. Neither am I such an expert to dive into the unsafe feature of the language and possibly provide some kind of solutions. But I think that since most of us come to Rust for its safety, for the safety guarantees that it provides, I think that these should become top priorities, if they are not already, to the core team, in order to maybe possibly provide some solutions on these problems. Of course, as I said, I'm not an expert and I don't have any solution to provide, but neither do I have any contact with any core members, so I do not know the state of these issues. I don't know if they are aware of them which I suppose they are, and if any solutions are being worked on. I don't have this information, but all this thing was quite, let's say, as I said, disheartening to me, or not disheartening, but it for sure was a surprise. But still, in my mind, in my simplistic, let's say, mind, I think that what I created, this site that provides statistics about the unsafe usage within projects, plus Cargo Geiger, is a little bit of useful. Just to put it in another way, just because there are other loopholes, I think that we should not discard the information that we can derive from Cargo Geiger or other similar tools. Of course, for anybody to be absolutely sure that his program or a library that he uses in his program is absolutely safe, there's no other way than auditing the code, which means that you must invest time, plus you must have the knowledge to audit the code. Unless we're talking about some, let's say, well-established libraries or some libraries that are maintained by the core team itself. But for every other library out there, the only way to be absolutely sure that it does not cause undefined behavior is to go yourself in and audit the code. There's no other way, I think. Yeah, and in general, these were my thoughts on the subject, and it is mostly food for thought than anything else. So yeah, if you have thoughts yourself on the subject, or if you are familiar with things that I am not familiar about, ongoing discussions or solutions, probable solutions within the Rust core team, etc., you can provide your information in the comments, and possibly anybody of us helps push to the right direction of making Rust even safer and even better. So this is the information that I wanted to share with you in this video. And to come back to the NBA Finals, completely different subject. I would like very much to see the Warriors win the championship, just to cement the Steph Curry's legacy, because I think that his legacy will be stained if they do not win this championship. So there are 3 games to go, so I'm looking forward to them. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.